Welcome everyone, Christine here with the discussion video. Let's talk about Command and Conquer 4 Tiberium Twilight.
Deployment
I have
successful,
Origin
Commander.
Access, I've
Standing by
been
for
using
your
it to
next
play
order.
games in the Command and Conquer series on Origin. And it also gives you access to this title. I did a stream of both campaigns for this game, and then I had to remove it because this
Enemy
game is
unit
so
detected.
unpopular that EA hasn't even set up the copyright properly for YouTubers on the site to not have to deal with certain problems,
Enemy crawler detected.
like the music, for instance, showing up in Content ID matches. Generally, that's not a problem, but this one, but with this title, it actually is, which actually is surprising,
is captured
considering
Control
that,
Node 5.
generally with EA, it really isn't an issue that you deal with. But a deeply unpopular title, very few people play it. I only played it,
They've lost
played the
Node
Nod
5.
campaign when it originally came out, and I absolutely despise it. Right here,
Enemy crawler
there was a
detected.
kind of morbid curiosity
crawler
to
is under
see,
attack.
is it really as
captured
bad?
Control Node 1.
Because, as I remember it being, because there were some people in the press that defended the decisions that this title was making back then. Now, I felt they were full of crap and EA shills, basically, but that's like, okay, let's give it a fair shake and see how it is. You know, I've played a lot of more games over the years, some good, some bad. And when you're doing it as a job, I gotta say, when you're doing it as a job, you really do gain a very different perspective. So, is it as horrible as I remember it being? In some ways, yes, in other ways, no.
They have Node 3.
And I'll explain it. Let's start with the very bad things. And things that
Received.
I
Enemy
don't
crawler detected.
personally think you
We've
should
detected
lay
a
the blame on EA for. There are obviously things with regards to this game that
New objective received.
Electronic Arts is directly responsible for.
The enemy
But
has
are
3
they
control nodes. New
responsible
objective
for,
received.
say, the art direction?
Okay then.
Perhaps in
detected a
some
beacon.
limited capacity, executives of
Enemy
Electronic
unit
Arts
sighted.
played a role in it, especially considering that this game started as a title that was being developed for the Asian market, that then they
They've lost
turned
Node
into
5.
Command and Conquer 4. Maybe. But obviously there was a chosen direction with regards to art style, and it was an absolutely horrible one. I think someone explained it very well with regards to art style. Specifically, this person
Enemy
was talking
crawler
about Red
detected.
Alert,
We've
but I
captured
think
Node 5.
it really does apply here as well. Red Alert 1 is a serious game with no goofiness. Red Alert 2 is a game with some goofiness and also a good amount of seriousness. Red Alert 3 is just a goofy,
Burrowed unit detected.
unserious game. And that's true. That's one of the reasons I personally
Enemy
hate.
unit sighted.
Engineer in the field. Engineer in the field.
That's personally one of the main reasons I personally despise Red Alert 3, because that lack of seriousness and just the embrace of the goofiness really made that unbearable for me. It's not a horrible game to play. You can have a lot of fun with Red Alert 3, but I do like Red Alert 2 a heck of a lot more. Even if I can't play Red Alert 2 right now, it's just like the engine is too old, it doesn't work well on modern systems in many ways. Even if I can't do that, like Red Alert 2 is just the superior title in many ways that count, especially in the way it looks, in the way it feels,
Stealth unit detected.
and and in other aspects as well, like the story. The story of Red Alert 2 is considerably better handled
We have access
than the story in Red Alert 3. It's a more, shall we say, serious story as opposed to the absolute fucking crap that we get with the Red Alert 3. And with the Tiberium series, every game
We've captured
until
3 control
Tib
nodes.
4, until Tiberium 4, until this particular title,
Stealth unit detected. Our
was
crawler
a
is
game
under attack.
with a serious tone, a serious look to
Burrowed
it,
unit
serious
detected.
design. And then we had this goofy
Burrowed structure
anime
detected.
crap. And mind you, I have nothing against anime.
Enemy
I've
crawler
watched some.
detected.
I've enjoyed watching some. Nothing wrong with it. But this bullshit... Actually, I don't think I would even call it anime. It's insulting to actual anime. This is just absolute cartoon garbage of a design. So those are two things that really take you out of it. Design the story, the poor handling of the lore, the universe. Kane, one of the most memorable characters in gaming,
crawler is
very
under attack.
horribly handled in this particular
Stealth unit
title,
detected.
Maintaining
Burrow
position
structure
set.
detected.
as well as other things, the
Fine.
campaign
Unit is
mission
under attack.
design. But are those things that you could
must
blame
survive.
on
An
EA?
excellent
Maybe
site.
because of their deadlines,
lost
maybe
a
because of
unit.
certain directions, yes, but I think the developers really screwed up in their own ways with it. But then
Together
there
in
are
arms.
things you can
Take me
do,
to the kill
you
zone.
can indeed blame directly
Got
on
something?
Electronic Arts.
Going.
Specifically, the focus on multiplayer,
Striker
be it
reporting
the
for
fact that the
duty.
game has a requirement of always being online,
At your
or
service.
the
Offense is
co-op
the best
mode,
defense.
as well as the fact
Burrow unit
that
detected.
they
Go
were
on.
pushing
Stealth unit
Striker reporting for
detected.
duty.
even from
Sonic
Battle for
cannon,
Middle-earth
cannon,
2
glass
with
hole.
Red
They have
Alert
no
and
tier.
with Red Alert 3, they were pushing for this idea of their games
Enemy
being
crawler
made for
detected.
consoles, and it really shows with this title in particular more so than with others. It's what contributes
Yes,
to the
Commander.
lack
Keep it
of
low and
quality
slow.
with it. And it's absolutely a problem.
me
Actually, I
in.
don't want wolves, I want
Ready for
wolves
another one?
against medium. Because I do have good
They've lost
anti-heavy
no-
armor,
Hang it back,
but I
throwing the
need...
bombs.
Stealth unit
So-
detected.
Those are things you can blame on EA. On top of that, because of the origins of this game being a multiplayer title, you have a leveling system. A leveling system that is absolutely awful to deal with. So,
We have access
let me
to
just
tier
get
3
rid of my
technology.
crawler and
Burrow
explain a
unit
couple of
detected.
things.
They're trying to take me.
To get things
A
like
unit
the
is under
Mammoth tank,
attack.
you need
Unit
level
lost.
12. To get the Ion Cannon, which is what I'm going to be doing right now, you need level 20. You do need tier 3, which does obviously cost upgrades, but you kind of get the point. The best units, the heaviest units, and the best. You want a good army comp? You need the high level. You gain a high level by playing. People that have a high level gain the advantage. The AI has an advantage against you because of it.
Initialized.
Steady.
Stealth unit detected.
Unnecessary
So
course.
Burrow
it's
structure
not really
detected.
an
Burrow
even
unit detected.
playing field on
Taking
in any
that for you.
regard, really, because of that. And it's just a
Unnecessary course.
frustrating system.
Yes.
It was so frustrating that I wanted
have
to
node
quit
1.
the game the
We
day
can
I
get up
got
there.
it when it originally came out. It is exceptionally frustrating to deal with. It doesn't help that you have a limited army as well due to the focus on
They've lost
multiplayer,
node
I
1.
imagine, the focus on
Crawler
co-op
channels
and
are
consoles. I think it's all, all of those player roles. It's the combined, it's everything
We've captured 3
combined,
control nodes.
basically
Stealth unit
playing
detected.
a role. That's why you also have less units in
Burrow structure detected.
Red Alert.
We've
In
captured
Red
4
Alert 3, why you have smaller army sizes. Yes, you do have special abilities. No denying
A
that
unit is under attack.
for those units. So each unit is more valuable in Red Alert 3.
Together in
But you have smaller armies because of the focus on
Move this
consoles.
operation.
No denying that particular
excellent
aspect. It was something that affected Battle for Middle-earth 2 as well, compared to Battle for Middle-earth 1.
Stealth unit
Though perhaps
detected.
to a
Our
lesser
crawler is under
extent than what we got
A
after.
structure
Yes.
is ready.
Back in the game.
So not really a good situation to deal with as a player in any regards. With the limited size army sizes. The base building loss, honestly, I don't really care as much about it. I'm not fond of the crawler system, but do I necessarily care about the base building stuff? Not really. I think it
Stealth unit
works.
detected.
And here's the sad part about it.
We need more command
Here's the
points.
sad part about it. If you take the leveling system
Enemy
away,
crawler
if
detected.
you ignore the cutscenes in the game, if you just play this game without
unit
worrying
detected.
about the cutscenes, and you ignore that you're basically playing like some cheap anime knockoff,
They've lost
the
node
actual
2.
moment-to-moment gameplay is not too bad. Now I'm focusing on providing commentary here, but we are winning this match, by the way. We're baiting,
Stealth unit detected.
we're
Crawler
baiting
channels
not
open.
here.
A fine course.
I actually should have my ion cannon ready. Yes, I do. Kaboom.
We've captured all 5 control
Can I
nodes.
fire? Yeah.
Enemy unit sighted.
Okay, there we go. And miss.
A unit is under attack.
I mean, the graphics would actually look pretty nice. The
Our crawler
effects
is
could be
under
nice,
attack.
but it's just like it's too cartoonish. It's,
Stealth unit detected.
too ridiculous
Enemy
to
crawler
really
detected.
enjoy in any serious
health, sir.
capacity. And it's a shame because I mean, I feel this is like, you always hear this phrase, like, oh, if only they had more time. I feel if they had more time, it still would be a shit game. The story would still be crap. The art style would still be shit. The leveling system would still be shit. But like, I feel they could have at least somehow improved the gameplay, but I don't really think that's really the problem here with this title. I really don't think the actual gameplay is the issue, except the limited armies. I think the issue is that you have a company that's trying to push this idea of console gameplay, that's trying to push on always online multiplayer, that's trying to be greedy, and really screwing over a beloved franchise in the process.
They have no one.
Give me some introductions.
But I do feel to another extent that a lot of people are kind of willing to ignore the dumb decisions that the developers themselves made. And the questionable things that came from those developers, even though they were working, they were spending a significant amount of, they were making a full game in a very limited time, and obviously that did affect quality. The person responsible for Tiberium Wars and Red Alert 3 did very much say that, and he actually hates the games he made because of the limited time he had at his disposal to make those titles. So if the person actually making them says, oh yeah, they're shit compared to the games that existed before, to the previous games in this franchise, that should give you an understanding of how things were at EA. And EA has just been doing a lot of dumb things with strategy games.
Stealth unit.
But they're not the only ones.
We're not backing down.
They really are not the only ones with regards to that.
A structure is under attack.
We're expecting that. I'm not gonna win here. I'll just play this until then.
We've lost a unit.
I gotta say, there's two games in the Stage 2 engine, Stage 2.0, which is the engine used in this title, and Red Alert 3. Two games. I dislike them both for various reasons, though I would... Though Red Alert 3 is at least tolerable, this is genuinely a painful experience to play in the campaign. I'm not even joking on that. I'm gonna lose my crawler, but that's fine. Yes, I'm gonna lose my power, so no defensive structures. I mean, it's a lot of fucking chaos over here, no denying it. I'm just gonna bring up another defense crawler when I get it. That avatar is gonna fall back. Lots of chaos, lots of hectic fighting. It's actually even fun to, you know, look at some of this, right? What's going on. Large scale battle going on. It's just a shame you're kind of limited with this in terms of the actual like campaign, right? And many of the missions of that campaign are absolutely fucking awful because of the limited scope. I played with a mod that increased the limit.
Advanced electronic video
Just a matter of time.
online.
I played with a mod that increased the... Bye-bye, not...
Our crawler is under attack. Burrowed structure detected.
The AI is not bad at all.
Enemy unit sighted.
Central
Stealth
command.
unit detected.
An excellent sight.
Enemy crawler detected.
It avoided my ion cannon with relative ease. Let me just get some zone raiders, some zone lancers. Gonna get some MMRS. The guy who's using those codiacs
Burrowed
is
unit detected.
the AI that's using those codiacs is doing a pretty good job keeping them alive, keeping them in the fight. Powerful units.
Yes.
I have mostly been
Stealth
screwing
unit
around
detected.
really in more ways than one.
Matrix up. Accuracy boost is just installed.
A structure is under attack.
Right, that's
Burrowed structure
doesn't
detected.
get the focus beam.
Maintaining position.
We've captured all 5 control
Engaging
nodes.
target. Laser active. Radar copy.
We've lost node 2. We've lost a structure.
In range.
A
Radar
unit
Do
is
I
under
have
attack.
my ion cannon ready? Yep, it is.
Stealth unit detected. Burrowed unit detected.
Radar here. Where do you need me?
Kind of loses the fun
They have
of using
node
an
2.
ion cannon, right? If someone's just gonna be able to move and avoid the entire beam.
The enemy has lost a crawler.
Lancer ready for
Got this under
deployment.
A
control.
structure is under attack.
The gear's all ready.
Right, Spartan tanks.
Stay focused. Lancer ready for deployment.
Taking fire, sir.
I'm in too close. Moving.
Try and see
Stealth
if I
unit
could.
detected.
I could set
Burrow
up
unit
some
detected.
strong.
Lancer ready
Enemy
for
crawler
deployment.
detected.
And that's
Good
not
to
gonna
We
do
have
go.
anything.
Crawler
insufficient
channels
command
open.
points.
Spotting at the ready.
See that ion cannon against this obelisk?
Burrowed structure detected.
Ready for war.
No, of
Spotting at
course,
the ready.
without the full
Stealth
charge,
unit
it's not going to
detected.
do a lot.
We're getting close to victory. Burrowed unit detected.
Crawler engaged. Tank division.
Enemy unit sighted.
Engaged.
Enemy crawler detected.
We've got enhanced repairs now. Whatever you need. The infantry assault down on us. Whatever you need. Reflective dozer upgrade is all done.
Okay, gonna get more
Tank
zone
and turret.
lancers.
Fire! That all you got?
Try
A
and take
unit
down
is
that
under attack.
obelisk.
Spotting at the ready.
A structure is under
Fighting's
attack.
still
Stealth
ongoing.
unit detected.
Lots of chaos and
They've lost node 2.
quite a bit of a mess.
Spotting at the ready.
Still on the battlefield. Let's try and force them out of
Unit
position
lost.
with the ion cannon.
Lancer ready for deployment.
Burrowed unit detected.
Spartan.
Enemy crawler detected.
Whatever you need.
It's really the only thing you can get
We're very
done
close
with
to
it.
victory.
Want him out of the way? Lancer ready for
A
deployment.
structure is under attack.
Spartan.
Stealth unit detected.
But really, since you can play this if you get
Lancer
the
ready for
Origin
deployment.
access, is it even worth it with
Structure is
$5? That's
Keep
the
going.
question.
Tank and turret.
No,
Give it a hell,
I
sir.
would say
We've
it
lost
can be a
artillery.
bit of fun, right?
Lancer
If
ready
you're
for
just
deployment.
playing other things, it's like, okay, you know, for a few days
unit
or
is
under
for a
attack.
day or so, I'll play this, have some
Walking
shits and
upon.
giggles. I'd strongly recommend
battalion,
skipping
sir.
all the cinematics and
Structure
just
is under
actually
attack.
playing the campaign
focused.
missions if that's your
Let's keep
We
thing.
down.
captured 4
It's
control
pretty
nodes.
difficult to get
Command.
any kind of matches going for
Burrowed structure detected. Stealth unit
multiplayer
detected.
though. People are just not interested in playing this title for very obvious reasons. It takes the piss on Tiberium, it takes piss on Command and Conquer, and it is considered a stain by the actual developers. Like when they were talking about Generals 2, one of the things that they were bringing up was the idea we have to wash away the stain of Tiberium Twilight. And it's just like a really fucking pathetic situation. Let me give you an idea. Let me just show you something here that really clears it up exactly what's so horrible about this title. A cinematic.
We live in historic times. Never has humanity been so close to solving the Tiberium problem. Never before have we seen such collaboration between Nod and GDI. 15 years have passed since Kane first...
Well, it's quite simple, really. The Tacitus has provided us with an insight into Tiberium far beyond our wildest dreams.
What? Tiberium control and what? Nah, man, I'm cool, okay?
And once the control network is running at 100% efficiency, we'll see a reversal in crystalline growth, even in the most contaminated zones. Yet, we'll still be able to harness Tiberium's rich energy properties.
With the Pacific Hub almost completed, GDI is expecting more terrorist activity from these not extremist groups.
Kane's made a public statement condemning these radicals, saying he has nothing to do with Gideon and his splinter faction.
Stay with me now.
Honey,
And I will show you a
Did you take a
world
break from that?
unlike...
I know that you're anxious to go back. It's just that I still feel it's too soon. It's just that... I miss you when you're on duty. You look good. Scars are barely noticeable. You have no idea how good it feels to know that you can see me.
All right, break it up.
Oh.
Lily, are you on the next transport with me?
No, I'm staying on board to help this guy get settled.
That's too bad, because it's going to be a hell of a ceremony. All right. Let me see those eyes. Damn, I do good work. Implants working okay? Broadcast coming in clear?
Commander, Doctor, we are waiting on you.
Right outside, Colonel.
Go ahead. I'll be in the mess. Watching with the other families.
All non-essential personnel, please report to Shuttle Bay 4. Commander, the activation of the final Tiberium control network.
I think I could have just shown that cinematic at the beginning of the video and I need not have said anything more. It is awful. The wife, in particular, is awful. Holy fuck, what the hell were they thinking? How the hell did we get from Eva and Tanya and all the others to this? It's I feel dirty. I just kind of want to wash myself after watching that. It is absolutely atrocious. Costin here, signing out. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more. Not quite sure what to do next, really, in terms of playing a strategy series. I could try playing Red Alert 2. It's a good game, plays well, that's not the problem. It's trying to make it work on 1080p resolution or trying to stream it. Kinda an issue. The engine doesn't scale well. Or I could play Age of Empires 2, which, given the fact it has an HD edition and there's a definitive edition also coming out, I can. That's not a problem. So leave your comments. Give me your ideas, or any other series, really, any other game that you might think would work. I'd be very much interested in hearing what people have to say. So, signing out, stay tuned for more, and thank you all for watching.